We can now begin session 20 of the Sphere Power campaign. Look what the cat dragged in. You can infer your own references to that, but basically the party has finally found their way out of the maze after camping out in one of the many dead-end rooms that they found. It finally occurred to them to take a closer look on the ledges that were overlooking the domed rooms. And sure enough, Mizram and Redreth were able to find a concealed door located along one of the circular walls. As I look at this, I realize
it kills me that I was actually up there once and didn't do a good enough investigation to actually find it the first time.
Well, you still managed to find it. And I was thinking about revealing the maze to you guys so that you can figure out, and see what you were dealing with. But I decided I'm going to hold off on that until after you're out of the pyramid, because
I'll be right back
through here. But that being said, the first thing that you did notice, and you might notice it on the map, but the resolution is absolutely horrid and you can barely see it. But right outside the circular wall, you'll notice on the floor there is a compass rose, which clearly shows that north is up on the map. So you guys now have your sense of orientation back. There's no more mist. There's no more confused. Distances seem to make perfect sense. So things are looking better. You now find yourselves in a more familiar type of environment anyway, and hopefully we won't have to deal with rotating maps anymore and multi-session confusion.
Cool.
All right. So at this point,
I had an error pop up. Network receive file. What is that?
inside Fantasy Grounds or on your desktop?
Fantasy Grounds.
Or
Object deleted without cleaning up attached Lua object.
No error over here.
Okay.
No
weird.
error over here.
what were you doing on your end, Dan? Huh? You trying to hack the system?
That is weird. If I attempt to move, a very giant gold circle comes over my character. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll deal with these things throughout the day.
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
token locking is on by default. It is a per map setting only, so you can only change it on each map.
Got you. So let's see.
Click and you in the radial menu, there's the options for locking
I
tokens.
think I got it. Oh, no, it's the lock layer. That's not that. Okay, so it is in the radial menu.
Yep.
Yep, it's in the radial menu. You have to click on the map, not on a token.
Gotcha. Unlock tokens.
There we go. That's better.
You're free to move about the cabin.
Yeah. The circle that indicates that the token is selected is annoying. And oh, come on, don't do this to me. Might want to make sure you can move your tokens because it's not letting me move my token. It keeps snapping back to where I was.
Yeah, that's where mine's at too. Mine's snapping back.
Albie can move.
It only does this on some systems. It only does this on some campaigns.
I'm only moving one square at a time, but yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to click drag because I like click drag much better than arrow keys.
Actually, and the when I put my cursor over my character, it like flips back and forth between a pointer and a hand.
Same.
I don't even see where you are, Redreth.
I somehow got moved to the hallway and I didn't do that.
Yeah, in the same space as Misery.
Redreth and Miz are now sharing a square. Party movement is off, so I can no longer move everybody's token for them.
I can't move anyone.
We have assumed control.
There we go. I got control now. Are you guys able to move now?
Negative. Nope. Nope.
Partially. If I'm careful, I can move. If I'm careful and I'm lucky.
There we go. I at least moved one square.
Okay, so make sure that it is a hand when you're hovering over your token. And then I find that click and hold before moving works better, but it's not a guarantee.
Mine's like once I hit the wall of the silo, I snap back. Like I can move inside here. Oh, no, never mind. Snapped back.
No, I have not set any line of sights or any other objects on here, so hopefully there's nothing invisible getting in the way.
No, it's just bugs in the system not working right.
I have noticed that as an issue, Lovely. If you try to move, left to right through a wall, even though there's a way around it, it won't let you just go there.
Right.
Yeah.
Designate the path.
Yeah. If the line of sight is set up and turned on, then it forces you to follow the paths.
Well, I do have it turned off at this point.
Now I'm in the middle of this,
Token lock.
the grid.
I've got grid snap on. Is that a problem?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the. It's weird. A minute
You're
ago,
not
I
in the
wasn't
hallway
in the
now.
middle
I
of the
just
grid.
turned
Now
off
I'm in.
grid snap. See if that makes a difference. Token selection. No, I don't want to erase. Play, layers, paint, effects.
Oh yeah. Love it.
Fire.
There's the sandstorm.
There you
Is
go.
it fire?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. It's going to be an annoyance, but we should probably attempt to play anyway because I don't know how to fix it other than having the DM reload the table.
And does that mean logging out and logging back in? Or is there a command I can issue?
Not with people logged in. If people are logged in, then the reload command is a bad idea.
Gotcha.
It'll
'Cause
kick
everyone will try to log back in at once.
And the reload command doesn't always fix problems like this, whereas going back to launcher and reloading might. But I can't guarantee that it will.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Is the arrow keys working for everyone? Or is there anyone that can't move at all?
For me, it's weird. It's like I can't select my token.
Yeah,
When
I can't stay
I
selected.
click on it and I see the ring appear around it, and then the ring flashes away, and the cursor keeps flicking back and forth between.
Yeah.
Yeah, dragging the map or
Almost
moving your
fantasy
curve.
rounds, even classic, when you have two characters on the same square, it doesn't handle that very well.
I'm gonna try logging out and see if it fixes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that too, actually.
I guess that can't hurt.
Unlock position.
I don't know if you want to reset, Keith, or if you just want us to try reconnecting.
Ooh, water.
It's a vision.
That's awesome. I love it.
Or like Wayne's World.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel weird.
That's a cool underwater battle, though.
Yeah,
Mechanic.
that's what you need for a Morkoff.
You can also mask off areas so that those effects only appear in a certain area on the map. I did that for my Wave Echo Cave one that Dan will see in a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, night vision. Ooh, everything's sparkly.
It's raining.
There's a few cool effects in here. They do look cool.
No!
Yeah. Fucking hey, that's cool.
Some of us have had too much snow lately.
Just a bit. Although I'm not sad that the lake effect snow is missing us today.
Yeah, I thought it said we were supposed to get 3 to 7 inches today.
Yeah, people closer to the lake are.
No kidding.
And by lake, I mean one of the Great Lakes that are both to the west of us and the north of us. So
My closest Great Lake is somewhat east.
Let's see. Yes, I can move. Oh, I did for a second. Nope, now I'm snapping in again. Dang it, spoke too soon.
Trying very smooth. Do you guys try messing with your selection modes? This button.
No?
Yeah, which button? Hold on.
Look on the Zoom, the shared Zoom screen.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing as the as just the regular single click on my character. It's not the selection is flickering.
Mhm.
reloading did not fix it for me.
Because I think it has to do with the DM's table. So the DM's the one that has to reload.
All right, do we want to try to do that?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, as well.
Everyone
That's
just log
cool.
out. I'll
I
exit
will-
the game and start it back up again.
We'll get the bugs worked out.
Yeah, and just
it is going to be awesome once it's all
it-
said and done.
in
Yeah.
general, if it takes us the session just trying to get all the bugs worked out, I'm not bothered by
I'm
that.
not complaining on that.
No, me neither.
I would rather take a session and get it working.
Oh, I miss gaming, but if you guys are all willing to, my big concerns, I don't want to discourage you guys with semantics and rule overhead. But yeah, if you're all willing to make sure that we're getting this working, then yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
down.
do it.
Hey,
I want to be able
it
to
only
use
took me a
Classic
month to
because
actually
then-
get in.
Or I want
Yeah.
to use Unity.
I'm gonna
I
stop
want to use
recording.
Unity because Classic doesn't run right. I can't update it.
How do I log out? I don't know if I can.
Right click on a blank area and hit exit session.
There it is. Okay.
And then hit the top one, the return, the little back. Yeah, that one.
Return to launcher.
Okay.
Keith,
And-
if I might suggest you completely exit Fantasy Grounds and then load it again. I know it takes longer, but
Nobody else try to connect until Keith says he's fully back up.
Yeah.
You got it, man.
Right?
Roger.
Disconnected.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to go refill my coffee cup.
Exit program.
That's a good idea.
Coffee in my coffee cup. Coffee in my coffee cup. Anybody listen to Shmo Yoho?
All right, so I'm going to do a double thing actually. I'm going to run it first as an administrator so that I am sure it's fully updated, and then come back into the game session. Yep, I've got updates.
oh yeah.
Not many. Not many. Okay, so that happened quickly enough. All right, good. Exit out of here.
Yeah, I thought I had my shit sorted yesterday with I updated my Chromebook to run Linux, downloaded Steam through the command screen on the Chromebook,
Mhm.
and got all that going. And then it was I couldn't get the files from Fantasy Grounds into Steam without buying Fantasy Grounds on Steam. And then everything was like, oh, if you have this kind of Chromebook, it may not work. And I was like, that's $40 I could just throw away. Like, I don't know if I can do that on a baby.
Do you have a license for Fantasy Grounds?
I don't. That's the other thing is I haven't paid for it. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, once I get a desktop,
Nor does
I'd be a
Albie.
little. Where was he?
Said nor does Albie.
Oh.
Okay, so you're not alone.
Right. Well, Fantasy Grounds is new for me, so I've heard about it, but this is the first I've ever actually played on it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm hearing me trash talk Roll20 versus Fantasy Grounds for like 2 months.
Right.
Sorry. Source of contention.
Yeah, it just depends on what kind of computer you got, what kind of players you got, and what you kind of need. Background is really good. Roll20 is really good. Foundry, I find, is the best between both of them because it got good features from both, but it's still got a long way to go in some areas. So, Astral not too bad. Tabletop.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when that screen was loading on the my demo desktop or the sharing desktop, mentions if you have a problem selecting that you should try using the Alt key.
Alt key, really?
I haven't noticed that before, but I can definitely click on each one of you. So yeah, go ahead and start logging back in. I'm not going to presume that this character can move any of yours. So
Party vision and movement is off, so no, it can't. You could turn party vision and movement on, and then it could.
is that a global option, I guess?
Yep.
Show character, show inventory, dice tower, on PC. Party vision and movement.
It says attempting resolved connection to server.
Yep. Let it think.
Okay. Oh, okay. There it goes. Okay.
All right, I'm able to move Kelly, Haig, Miz, Varric, and
Fuzzy
Redrick,
nipples.
and Feckish. All right, so I think it's solved. At least I can move it all from this side.
I can move mine. And that's the important one. If each person can move their own, then we don't need to worry about moving everybody else.
Yes.
How do I pull from that?
All working now. The cat is on the move. Meow.
How do I bring the map back up?
Yep.
Double click your token. On your character sheet, double click your token.
Okay.
That
Data?
should bring up the map.
Huh.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. The other token.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, not the
There's a
portrait.
token.
Not the portrait, which is on the left. The token, which is on the right.
Right.
Full control.
I've been doing all my talking with
Beauty.
my microphone up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Everything working now?
Yeah.
The
far as
only
I
thing
can
Maybe-
tell.
the only thing that I see is not working is that the walls are not restricted, but
No,
I
I don't
mean,
have
you can-
walls. I don't have walls defined or line of sight configured on these maps.
gotcha.
So
Yeah, that'll
follow,
work.
Follow
With-
Barrick's rule. Don't go where it's blocked off.
yeah,
Right,
just
right.
yeah, police yourselves.
Or you'll
Self-regulation.
fall into the void.
Right. You'll end up
Yeah,
somewhere
it's
in
just
the
like a
astral
real
plane.
tabletop game.
Right.
I dislike the line of sight as a personal preference.
I think their new way that they're doing it, they're going to take vision distances and whatnot into account. That could be kind of cool, because if you don't have night vision, your character doesn't have night vision, then you don't see anything when you go into the dark. If you bring a torch, you get the 10 feet of light, and that's it. You know, and
Right.
everything. That could be kind of cool. So
But that will be a lot more useful for sure. But yeah, these weird angles that keep, I mean, you know, I understand that this is all you can see at the moment, but the fog of war needs to persist a lot better.
yeah.
Or sorry, the exposed areas of the fog of war need to persist better. All right.
The fact that we have the ability to pick it apart and go, yeah, this would work better and this would be nice and blah blah blah, means that they've done a pretty good job, because
Right.
you can see the potential of it even though it's not there. So I mean,
Agreed.
I think this works great.
Yeah, I think this is just having everyone connected is an improvement. Heck.
Yeah, right.
So that's definitely a step in the right direction. All right. So if everyone would go ahead and put themselves back in the positions that we had at the beginning of the session.
Yay, I can connect.
So basically that was Mizram up top, Fekish coming out of the corridor, and everyone else still below. Redrith, you might have been up on the ledge, so feel free to put yourself up there.
I feel like when we ended, according to my notes, we had set up the
I thought we were in the
magic
hallway.
shelter
The
in the
hut, yeah.
hallway.
Yep.
Yeah. So we did a long rest in the magic shelter, unless we're retconning that back a bit.
And we lost the DM.
Well, he went silent anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he on mute?
His mic is muted.
Yes, I
Yep.
went on mute. Damn cat.
I was like, and game crash.
All right. So no, we did not retcon. Not that I am intending to, but my recollection is that you guys had set camp in the room below, and it was Redreth kind of lying back, looking up at the ledge, you know, just not being able to get off his mind that there's got to be something up there. Why is that ledge up there? And while everyone,
No.
okay,
The last paragraph of my notes says Redreth returns to the room with the hollow block trap, determined to investigate the ledge. When he and the brothers investigate, he discovers a hidden door leading to a mist-free corridor. We head into the corridor, and Redreth sets up his magic shelter so we can get some rest. Note, it's a long rest.
all right. So then you are all in the corridor, and it's Mizram who ventures into the T intersection upon hearing some commotion. And given that scenario, there is no time for rest.
That's fine, but the intention was.
Oh shit.
One of my DMs is starting an alien themed campaign, and so to take a cue from that, we're all gonna die, man.
So Mizram is telling us there's some business going on down the hallway.
Is he in cat form or elf form?
I'm technically in elf form. I'm in cat form, sorry.
Yeah, I had to switch
Okay.
you back to elf form to migrate the campaign over per Alex's recommendation.
It's one of the extensions that's known for causing characters not to import when you copy a campaign. So I had him revert you and then disable the extension and then copy the campaign.
No, that's okay. I have no problem with that. Do you want me to get all furry?
If you are furry, then yes, get furry. There we go. That's better.
Has anybody ever seen that British commercial back in the day called Charlie Said? Basically, I come around the corner and I just basically start giving it in a meow, 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 meow.
The question is, if he's in cat form, he can't really tell us what's going on. So
Yeah, he's
Redress
just
would be
He
continuing.
can make himself understood. It's not like full language, but he can make himself understood. There's something going on. So if he's
Redress
going
is
up there,
concentrating on
Kale
creating
is
the
going.
shelter. So
Kale
I
is
don't know
gonna
about-
creep up to the corner and just stealthily take a peek and see if she can see anything around the corner.
Well, I was also going to point out that, you know, for those of us that have cats or have had experience with cats, you still can kind of tell, you know, ears down, tail swishing back and forth and weird jerky motions, getting crouched down. You know, you can tell a lot about their demeanor by, you know, their body language.
As
Yeah.
opposed to my perspective currently, is the panther trying to eat my face or not?
This is true. So, all right. So, let's make sure we've got everything up to date here.
Yeah, critters can definitely make themselves understood when they want to be understood. So yeah, I'm peeking around the corner because Mizram has very definitely found something.
All right. So before we get to that point, just to be clear, so let's see. After you find the concealed door, you go in. All right. So he finds it first, Redreth, right? Or was Mizram up there on the ledge with him?
No, Redreth and the two Goliaths went up and discovered the door.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And all right, so 11:13 party begins setting camp. Ms. investigates corridor with K. Holloway. All right. So at this point, Ms., I'm actually going to move you up one more step there. As you are checking things out, you start hearing a commotion. You're not quite sure what, but it sounds like a opening and slamming of a door coming from around the corner there. And just about that point, you see a dragonborn come running around the corner. Fekish, you turn the corner to head back in the direction from whence you came, only to find the group you now see, which basically would be the panther, and actually you might not even see Killily because she's probably in the shadows. Go ahead and do a stealth roll. So yeah, all you see is a panther at the moment.
All right then.
Now, it is not in an intimidating pose at the moment. It's just standing there, probably somewhat similarly startled as you are. So it did at least hear a noise, so it's not surprised, but it certainly wasn't expecting a dragonborn.
And Redrith has settled on the floor and is in the 10-minute process of summoning the thing. So
Okay.
so that's what I'm doing right now. I don't know
No
anything
spell
else
slot
that's going on.
consumed, but you guys haven't had a chance to recover.
Right.
I take it the Dragonborn
Hey,
noticed
Keith?
that I stopped to meow to something, right?
Yes, Alex?
Can we get a timestamp so I can add it to my notes, please?
Ooh, that might help. Bing. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Kill it.
The cat.
Little yappy dog.
Yeah, I had to curtail that. All right, should be a little quieter, hopefully, theoretically. All right, so at this point, let's see. I am probably going to do that and do that, and have you all roll initiative.
Super. Yay, I get to roll a dice.
Do I click?
Yeah, drag the init to the chat window. No, click see the little dice on plus right by plus 2. Yeah. Drag that to the chat window. To the chat. Down below.
Oh, my bad.
There you go. Nice. Oh, and that's a good
better roll.
All right. Redrith, you had the high init roll, but as we know, you're already engaged in an activity. So we're going to skip over your turn for this round.
My turn is the ritual casting of the thing. So.
Right, exactly.
Redrith had a
Basically,
10.
it's going to be interrupted as soon as you're aware of whatever is going to actually draw your attention.
How does Redrith have a 23 when it's showing in my chat that he rolled a 10?
Yeah, that is weird.
D20 plus 3.
I can roll it again, see if it
changes. Yeah, now it changed to 18.
I'll
That's
change it
weird.
to a 10 though, because that's what I first rolled. Or no, you can change it, Keith.
Yeah,
I first rolled a 10, so that puts me way down the list a little bit. So, which makes sense.
That was definitely strange.
Oh, and Fekish, you need to actually roll initiative, which is the init, where you have the box labeled init right under the words init. You've got to basically grab that plus whatever for your initiative and drag that to the chat window to roll.
Or minus in my case.
Or minus in Dan's case. Yeah.
You have a minus on your net?
Main tab of your character sheet.
-2, bro.
If you've got a dex penalty.
Don't worry. Once I level to 6, I get to bump that up a little bit.
Some things.
Yeah. I got
There
a
you
7 for Dex and a 5 for Charisma, so I'm putting
Thank
my
you.
There you
2
go. Nice.
There
ability
you
points
go.
in there is to bump them up a point.
There you go. So you got a knit rolled. All right. So
There we go.
let's see. And actually, so Varric is all right. Varric, I'm going to have you readied since you're not in a. Well, actually, no, not readied. You're kind of on standby, Varric, because there's nothing to trigger you at the moment, but you are definitely
Okay.
alert. So, but Fekish is actually the first one of the existing participants who has something to react to. You come into the hallway and see a panther there.
Well, knowing where I came from and what I'm looking at now, I'm going to stand my ground and kind of figure out what's going to happen next.
Okay.
Okay.
Any sort of body language?
I am carrying a shield and a warhammer, but I am not being aggressive. I am keeping an eye on the hallway from where I just came from, but that's between me and the hallway and the panther.
Good call.
So alert, wary,
Alert.
but not aggressive. Okay.
Yes.
So, Mizram, I want you to do first a perception check and then an insight check, please. Both in the tower. Very good. Okay, so you do notice the Dragonborn come around the corner. You notice that he is armed. You also notice that he is glancing behind him, which makes you realize that something is threatening him that's more intimidating than a panther.
That would be an accurate assessment, yes.
I basically
Now, you don't get to go yet, but that's what you notice at this point. So let's see. Redreth again, also nothing to trigger you yet. And same with Kaelali, though you're not going to lose your turn. Redreth is in the middle of his concentration, so that will end. But
Yes, somebody will need to tap me or get my attention because I'm like totally inward focused while creating this shield, this shelter. So
I never have a good can seem to grab the arrow correctly to advance whose turn it is.
oh, sorry, I can hit that.
I still got to do it.
You can actually grab the arrow and drag it up and down.
Yeah, I know, but when I try to do that and drop it, it just goes right back.
Oh.
I've dragged mine to my hotbar. I do it all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
So the hot bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit the F key and it'll automatically go forward. Drag the little down arrow at the very bottom of the combat tracker. Drag that to your hotbar, and then you can hit the F key and it will automatically forward it.
Yep.
I do the same thing for a knit.
Innit, perception, stealth, survival, primary weapons damage, sneak attack,
Right.
end turn, and hidden. Those are my hotkeys.
That helps with advancing, and I'm still gonna have to figure out how to bring it backwards. But okay, so it's Miz's turn. He's the first one now to react to Fekish amongst the party.
I basically walk a little bit further to give the Dragonborn like nothing, but I look over to Dragonborn and like give him like the head, like come this way, like head movement. And then I sit down and then I look down the corridor and then kind of like lift a paw up and go, meow.
Nothing like the picture of a cat looking at us, using its paw to point down the hallway and go, meow.
Now,
Yeah, hang on a moment.
I've got the whole trim pink thing going through my head at the moment, but with a panther.
and
Sorry, guys. Hang on. My internet died.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It does that on occasion. It's very annoying when it does. Come on, cooperate. Not fast enough. Crumb buckets.
Yeah, it says you're disconnected. No.
Crumb buckets.
Problem buckets.
Crumb buckets.
It's a new one. I dig it.
I didn't hear the R at first, and I was like, "Ooh, what?"
Crumb buckets. Crumbs.
Gotcha.
Crumbs, like when you take a piece of bread and shred it.
Oh, I'm tracking.
Stupid internet. What is wrong with you? It hates me.
There we go.
Listen to Alex mention crumbs. I now got an urge for an apple crumble. Thank you, Alex.
I figured out how to make the drag work successfully.
Ew.
You have to make sure the right part of the arrow is actually on the token in the combat tracker.
Now it completely disappeared from mine. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Very
because I was in the
nice.
process of moving it. So I can grab the arrow, no problem. But if I want it to drop successfully, I have to make sure the point of the arrow is on the token in the combat tracker, not just on the
Oh.
record.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's touchy, definitely.
Yeah, you have to snap it. Yeah, it doesn't just automatically snap to the right spot. You have to tell it.
You have to know the magic area,
Yes.
just like the radial buttons.
Yes.
All right, so Ms. While we're waiting for Alex to get reconnected, and you will come up in just a second. So, but we can meanwhile do this.
Toast is ready.
There we go.
Who was that just rejoined? Zoom.
Me.
Oh, I know you had lost Zoom also.
Only from my computer.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, you're logged in twice. I see now. Yay. Okay. Let me close this out because people don't want to see these extra characters. We want to show the map.
I've gotten used to having that extra up there, so I put it back. But my internet connects steadier if I connect directly through my phone and then a second connection on my computer. It's steadier that way. Apparently not perfect, but better. Anyway, I think I'm back.
Okay. All right. So we ready?
I think so.
Anyone?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Bueller?
Let's rock and roll.
All right. So stepping back just a minute because I actually skipped over what I needed to do because I was messing around with the arrow token. All right. So Redrith, as we established, is in the middle concentration. He's not going to notice anything. But before Kaeli even has a chance to do anything, or before her turn comes up, Mizram and Kaeli, you know what? Ms. Kaeli, Varric, three of you roll a perception check in the tower.
Perception checks should always be in the tower unless otherwise specified.
That's true, but we have some new players here, so I want to be clear. We'll
That
have to
is
explain
true.
to him how to roll in the tower. Oh, how perfect is this? Okay, so Ms. and Kaeli, shortly after you see the Dragonborn turn the corner, face the panther, notice the panther, and hesitate for a moment, You both hear from behind him down the corridor from whence he came a loud smashing sound that sounds not unlike that of breaking wood. Kaylee, are you going to react to the sound?
I'm going to get ready to take a shot at whatever is chasing the Dragonborn as soon as it comes into view.
Okay. So you're being ready. Now, you have a specific ready to action.
You mean like that?
Well, yeah, that helps. But I'm saying you specifically gave me a trigger as opposed to everyone else is just waiting to, oh, what's going on? Whereas you're like, okay, something's well, you may or may not okay, yeah, I'm not gonna nitpick on that.
I did say I was gonna shoot at it.
Right, but I'm not sure that I was going to point out that Mizram had made the perception check on the Dragonborn. You may or may not necessarily have made the same insight, but you could still presume that, oh, there's going to be more of whatever's behind him. But you don't consider him as a threat at the moment.
Not at the moment. He doesn't look very threatening.
Even with armor and stuff, and what was it? You're wielding a mace, Albie?
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not quite as bad as like, some demon flail or something like that. All right. So sound of wood crashing comes behind him. You hear it, Kaylee. You ready yourself. And then, oh, come on, cats. Your timing is very bad. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, Fekish, I got to move you over here so you're not in the middle of the grid. And let's see. Come on. There we go. Miz, I'm not quite sure that you can see it, but Kaylee definitely sees this coming up around the corner. And it closes in and attacks Fekish, without hesitation.
I'm not sure I can see it.
You can, not all of it, but with your sharpshooter ability, you can see enough that something is attacking it. You're right. You may not be able to make out its full form, but you can tell that it is not quite there. There's definitely a wispy intangible element to whatever just reached out and attacked the Dragonborn. And it's dark, it's swift, and it's you wouldn't necessarily notice that. Ooh, what's this?
And I probably can't see it well enough to take a shot.
You're a sharpshooter. You can probably hit a quarter at 100 yards.
Yeah, I'm looking at this angle on there, and it's Fekish isn't peeking out the corner. He came out the corner and stopped, so there's still a little bit of visibility between them. Miz definitely can't see it, but the way I'm seeing it is that your line between you and him does not cross through a wall.
I probably would have been standing in the middle of the corridor, if anything.
Okay.
So that would have given some space.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you probably stopped a little further out, but for grid purposes, yeah, I have to move him back. I don't want to put him on the other side because then Miz would definitely see it. But in this case, damn, Kaylee.
And because Fekish is an enemy of my target, I get sneak attack, yes?
It's not looking at you. It probably doesn't even know you're there.
It doesn't know you're there. I'd say it still counts as a sneak attack anyway. Plus,
Awesome messages.
plus you already established that Fecus didn't see you, so you are stealth. So that is definitely a nice solid hit on the thing.
Panther learns how to use a longbow. This is
And
awesome.
that did not work very well. Hang on. My hotkeys are not functioning. Why are my hotkeys not functioning? It was doing this to me last night as well. Hang on. Okay, that worked better. And that.
Oh, interesting. The message is formatted differently.
Yeah. I missed that. That's much better.
You still managed to hurt it, that's for sure.
Oh, excuse me.
And you pissed it off.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Was that double damn? Oh, yeah, that's right. It doubled it because it was a crit, right?
Yes, and I know how to operate the hotkeys so that it forced the critical damage, even though it didn't register that the critical hit was aimed at that guy. But I
Heck
fixed
is that formula? What is P6, G8, G6?
It's just how it designates the different dice. Apparently, the
Damage
D
type.
is the basic black, and then each of the additional ones get different colors. And
Gotcha.
and so they
I know
change
the
it
green
from
is
D
for the
to something
critical.
else. Yeah, the P is for effects. The purple dice is the effect dice.
I'll figure it later. It's on the log. I don't need to waste your time figuring that out. All right, so solid hit as the thing comes in. And let's
Yep, that is my reaction. So I'm no longer peeking out around that corner, so it probably can't see me, but I have lost the hidden condition because that was a reaction.
Yes. And what the heck?
I have no idea whose turn it is because it's its turn. There we go.
Yeah, it's still its turn. All right, so let's see. The first thing I need to figure out. All right, so you pissed it off big time.
Oh yeah.
Enough that it's ignoring Feckish.
Yay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Coming right over to here. Feckish, you have an attack of opportunity on it if you so choose.
Sure.
It's rushing right past you to the threat. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you have him targeted before you roll your weapon action.
All right.
And you know what I'm going to suggest, Albie, which might be helpful? Even though you're in Zoom, I think if we go into Discord, you could still share your screen. And
Keep it muted, otherwise we get bad echo effect.
Well, no, he can mute himself so that there's no sound coming through there.
Yeah.
So, but I'm saying so that at least we can see what he's seeing. That might not be a bad idea. Or, oh, wait a minute. You might also be able, let's see, hold on. Multiple participants. Okay, you can share your screen in Zoom now, Albie. And we can switch back and forth to what we want to view.
So that's helpful.
Yes.
So which one do you want to look at?
Well, we want so that we can help guide you on how to use your character. You should share your fantasy ground screen.
Did I just screw the pooch on that, or?
Well, you got to find the Zoom interface. That frequently gets hidden.
It's easy to lose.
Yes.
And the less screen real estate you have, the easier it is to lose it.
Already in the meeting, so I don't need to join it, or did it drop me from Zoom? No.
There are two Zoom windows.
Oh, wait a minute,
One
I
of
can do
them
that.
is-
Let's see if that works. Oh no, that's start video, not desk
One-
sharing, but that
one of
might
them
actually
is
bring
just-
his thing up.
Yeah, one of the Zoom windows is just the Zoom where you can go in the config and whatnot and adjust things. The other one is the actual meeting.
It's you, Fantasy Grounds. Because I've got your shared screen on one monitor, and I've got Fantasy Grounds that I'm looking at on the other monitor. So it's a matter of which one am I showing you?
Okay,
be
so let's
one?
see on Zoom. Well, click on the Zoom window.
Okay, I'm in Zoom.
All right, and you don't see at the bottom a share screen button?
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay.
at that.
Go
So
ahead.
I click on that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got a selection of which ones to look at: screen 1, screen 2, whiteboard, iPhone, iPad, which I don't even have, Fantasy Grounds, Campaign, Play, Discord, and Steam.
Right, so you want to share Fantasy Grounds.
So that one. So are you now seeing that?
I'm looking. Yes, I now see your screen. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so on your
There's
character
one.
sheet,
Yeah.
or actually, yeah, you don't even need to do that. So going back to the map for a second, I'm sorry. You're going to hold down Control and click on your opponent. That has set your target now.
All right then.
Now you can go to your character sheet and perform your action. So are you going to spell or weapon?
Probably just take a swing at him with the Warhammer.
Okay, so you notice you have two columns there, one with the die and then one with the damage. So you would
Right.
first roll with the Warhammer, right? Exactly. There you go. And you managed to hit quite solidly. Now you go ahead and double click on the damage part.
Haha, crap.
Oh, you can double click on those icons to do the rolls. I've always dragged them into the chat window.
I usually double click them.
Really? Well, I hotkeyed them now, so they'll go a little faster too. But yeah, I've always dragged them. That's always what's taken me so long. It's good to know.
Ah, no, I always double click them or hotkey them.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you hotkey them, it's a single click. If you do it from the character sheet, it's a double click.
Sure.
Takes getting used to.
Yep.
All right. So the important thing to remember, Albie, is make sure that you have your target selected or targeted before you perform your actions. Otherwise, it just rolls into the ether.
Rolls into the ether. Okay. And the control select is the kick. Okay. So now I advance turn.
No, you don't have to, because this was an attack
Opportunity.
It wasn't actually your turn.
Right up.
That is your reaction for this turn.
Continue sharing, Jeff.
5e roll. So you hit him, but I don't think do you do any damage? Yeah, you do half damage to him. Not enough that he gives a damn, not after what he just took from
Not after 36 points of damage.
It
He got
all
an
adds up
arrow to the
somewhere.
face.
So he is now coming this direction, and now is going to target the ranger, is able to find her pretty quickly. And
I've already used my reaction, so I'm stuck.
Good. Gotta continue sharing.
And manages to miss. And I saw a
Good.
20. I saw a 20 settling there, so you got lucky, Alex.
I find that while most of the time what is displayed on the image of the die is what ends up in chat, it doesn't always.
So now at this point, Kaylee has responded to her trigger. And kind of overlaps, but I still don't think it'll make that much of a difference. But at this point, Varric, you are aware that Kaylee is now engaged in combat with something.
Is the monster making any noise?
Huh?
Is the monster making any noise?
No.
All right. So I will. So Redreth won't know anything unless somebody says something.
Right, but that actually also does bring up a good point. Hold on a second. Where are they?
Hey, Jim. Gotta continue sharing. Thank you.
Oh, so stop.
So, Ms.
No, you're good, dude.
Ms. Fekish and Kaylee will see this. None of the rest of you see this. At least not yet.
Oh, wonderful. Lovely.
Oh, did anyone else get an error?
Nope.
What error?
Yeah, look at my screen.
I didn't get one. Oh, shit, yeah. No, that didn't happen on my end.
Attempt to index global window and nil value. Huh. Okay.
Cool.
Strange. May or may not be related to the fact that that particular user has no character associated with it.
I was going to just say that, but yeah, you're probably 100% correct. All right, so that's what you see at the moment. And so, okay, Varric, how are you going to respond to an unknown assailant or a combat engagement?
Well,
Yeah, I just ducked.
yeah.
Basically heard her bow go off and then she ducked almost immediately thereafter.
Can I just come on the other side of her here?
Yep.
And engage it?
Yep. And of course, at this point, you now can see what it is.
Yep. And yeah, I'll just take a whack at it with my flail.
And Redreth has not been made aware of anything yet. So his concentration.
That was untargeted.
That'd be hilarious if we go through this entire encounter and Redreth just keeps casting his little dome.
Maybe. We'll see.
It is a hit, though.
Yeah. So then I just double click the 1d8 plus 5.
You have to target. You have to target him first. You're not targeted.
All right. How do I do that?
Yeah. Control click. Control click the actual icon itself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you just double click the damage on your character sheet.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So next time when you do it, you have to target the creature, double click the attack roll, double click the
And then damage. Okay. And yeah, that's my turn.
All right. So Redreth has not been warned. Okay, Fekish, you are still waiting for something to happen. So technically you're getting to respond all at the same time as well.
Okay.
Yeah. How come some of us didn't get a turn last round?
This
Or
is
what
still
happened?
first
What I
round.
miss?
This is still
Oh,
first
it is-
round. It just
Okay.
one didn't do anything because there was nothing to trigger them, but they had the higher initiative, so they were ready to respond to an event.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And I had
It
Kayla
still
go
shows that
first
it's the
because she
monster's
had a
turn.
specific trigger.
It still shows as the monster's turn.
Yes,
Yeah, I know, because
it
I'm
is
having everyone
technically
catch
still the
up on
monster
their
turn.
triggers.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to advance on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then hit him with the warhammer.
Of course.
That
Not
hammer's doing
targeted.
pretty well.
Oh, I thought I'd selected him.
If you open up the combat tracker, you can look at the notes underneath your name, and it'll tell you whether you're targeted or not.
Now you are.
He
Yeah.
is okay. Yeah. What you can do is you can drag the number from chat, the result, drag it from chat onto your target, and it'll tell you. There it goes.
Cool. That's another good tip too. Look
Neat.
at you.
Okay.
I did that, John, not you.
Well, either way, still good to know.
Yep. All right.
So
but
now
you
roll
can-
damage.
Now you can roll your damage.
All right.
We'll have to remember that one for our game, Jim, if we have more that forget to do the target first.
Yep.
Drag it
Then
from the
now
one to-
advance. Now advance turn, right?
No, not you would normally, but again, this is all catch up
Okay.
for his trigger because you and Kaylee were ready. Everyone else just had high in it.
Got it.
I like catch up.
Yeah, sometimes the first round is a bit confusing because I want it to make sense, not just because your die says, "Oh yeah, he goes first," even though he has no idea that there's 15 orcs on the other side of the door.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right, and so now finally, Ms. does get to go.
About time, you lazy cat.
Right, I will just slowly walk up, look at the other bunch, and like just shake my cat shoulders and just try have a jump on the creature.
You did see it was a ghost, right?
Well, you saw the image that's shared up there, right?
Have you seen a cat when it sees smoke going around it? All it does is just go, "Oh, playtime."
That's yeah, like it's chasing a laser.
Pounce.
Just as a point of reference, we're doing extra attacks at the end of the turn order, correct? That's why I didn't take my extra, because that's what I thought we were still doing. Right?
Yes, you may if you have one eligible to you, but yeah, these are
Okay.
all basically reactions.
Right. Yep. I was just confirming.
Well, this is one slippery smoke. Not even get my cat claws on it. So I'm like looking at the smoke, looking at my claw, looking at the smoke, looking at my claws going. And then
Actually,
just
more
shook my cat
appropriately, you
shoulders.
probably just, went right through it without feeling anything
Yeah.
tangible.
Camels.
Yeah, the camels.
Oh, camel.
I leave them in there because I don't want to lose track of them.
Oh, I know.
Easy enough to skip over them. All right, Haig. Normal attack.
Ooh, me. Just a regular swing.
Yep, but keep in mind at this point, you still don't see what they're going up against, but obviously you've seen Kaylee, your brother, and the Panther all engage something just beyond the corner.
All right. Well, I'm gonna nudge. I'll give Redreth a nudge and let him decide whether he wants to come out of trance or not. And
Since
then
usually
get
they
here.
they don't interrupt me when I'm casting the trance, so that will rouse me to pay attention to what's going on around.
Okay. So I'm trying to angle my squares, but so then yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I should be able to get right over there. There's a couple of steps, and then I go, oh snap, and then I go right to there. And then you said just a regular swing, right?
Oh, well, I'm saying you get a normal attack action. You can choose what you
Yeah,
do.
it's your turn.
Okay. Why didn't it do that? Hold on. This is one of those weird keyboards that just do it this way. Oh, hey, let's do the big damage now.
Thank goodness for those bonuses, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, just the basic swing, or can I do the extra attack?
If you want to use
swing.
it, you may.
Heck yeah. Well, never mind. I can't. Or yeah, I can because I get an extra attack swing. Come on, go. There we go.
Another successful hit. What are you attacking with, by the way? Your battle axe.
Battle
Battle
axe.
axe, apparently.
Yeah, it seems to be disrupting it, but you don't feel it landing in anything.
It's just kind of like a phase through swing.
Mm-hmm. And you feel
Cool.
some
Ooh,
resistance, but again, it's just like you should feel it digging into some flesh and whatnot, and it definitely is not.
Okay, so there's it's bloodied.
Oh, in a manner of speaking, it's weakened. You guys definitely
It's-
do not
It's-
see blood coming from any
it's
of your
Dripping smoke.
It's starting to look a little more ragged than it did before.
Yeah, and with holes in it, it's kind of dissipating at this point and having a problem reassembling itself as the first couple of hits it just immediately closed back in over it, but now it's kind of like kind of swirling and coalescing and having a much more difficult time. So that's how you're presuming it's getting injured. No camo. And new round. Okay, round 2. And with this, so now stuff gets interesting because this one now shows up around the corner.
Oh, lovely.
And he also goes for the Dragonborn that first interrupted him. Uh-oh.
Ouch.
You take a hit.
See
Ouch.
that?
Let's see. Hold on a second.
Ow.
Check this.
It's going to be a very short-lived campaign.
Hopefully not, but
You hit me like that again, it is going to be.
well, unfortunately, you need to make a Constitution check, a Constitution saving throw now.
Oh, boy.
Constitution. I double click on that or drag it.
And remember, there's the checks on the left and the saves on the right. Sometimes
So which one am I rolling then? The left or the
save.
right? The save.
I'm pretty sure the one on the right. Nice.
Yay.
Well done.
That's a decent
Nice.
roll.
Yes. That's basically you saved yourself from additional pain.
Until the next round.
Yes, until next round. All right. So now, Varric, you are up. And Redrith
Alright.
is still relatively oblivious.
Haig nudged me, so I'm aware.
Oh, he
now.
did? Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that, but I'll take your word for it.
But since I'm sitting down, I'll have to use half my movement to stand up. So
Yeah, well.
It's all right. He's going to fireball
chance
anyway.
to go next.
it's called splash damage, babies.
I'm gonna take a swing at him.
Whoa, that'll hit.
And should I wait to take my extra attack since this is a standard turn?
That's your call. Oh yeah, that's right. I ruled that additional attacks are not consecutive. So yes, please.
Yep. Yep.
But
Cool.
please remember to remind me before we end the turn.
Correct. Yeah, Haig's at the bottom of the turn order, correct? Yep. Yeah, so after Haig, I'll pull my extra.
Okay.
Hey, why do you
And
not have
that's
an
my turn.
initiative rolled?
I thought he was at the bottom of the turn.
Yeah, I had a 5.
Yeah.
For
I
me,
mean,
it
just
doesn't show a number at all. So
Oh yeah,
That
it
means
doesn't.
you have a 0 this time.
Oh shit.
Oh,
that
okay.
sucks.
oh,
Ouch.
that's right,
Because
because
if
you
you
get
rolled at
minus.
the beginning of every round,
good
Right.
times.
And that's my turn. Do I need to hit the
Yeah,
arrow?
that's
to
right. He
progress
does have
the
a
turn?
-2 on his init roll.
I do.
A 0 is possible for him.
Oh, good times.
negative is possible if the minus is a negative. If his penalty is
Yep, you
a
can roll a
negative
1 and go
2.
down to -1.
Yep,
Yeah.
you can have a negative initiative then.
That sucks.
We've got a slow fighter. At least he can take a hit.
Working on it. Working on it.
So it's my turn now.
Varric, did you?
Yes, that's my turn. Yep. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and there we go. And Redruth, you are now up.
All right. So I stand up and I will step over this way so I can see what's going on.
Ooh,
is
look,
the-
shadowy
that's
things. Not
The
good.
max of my movement. Yeah. So I am gonna target the nearest one and hit him with a firebolt. It is a hit. Cool.
You
Okay.
guys are doing a good job hitting them, but they seem to be pretty resistant to most everything you're hitting them with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. And that was kind of fire-based damage too. All right, and that is my turn.
Camel, camel, camel.
I want to see what happens when the camels actually get a hit.
They do spit
spit
damage.
at you.
I am going to disengage as a bonus action and step over that away. And then attempt to hit him.
Same one.
Yep,
God, those bonuses are nice.
I know.
Definitely not as effective as the critical hit, but it's still obviously
Still solid damage.
yeah, he still seems to disapparate a bit. So
Separate. There's a neat word.
It's the camel's turn.
he spits. All right, so this one seems a little more pissed off than his buddy in the back.
I wonder why.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's probably going to go for Varric at this point. Yep.
Let's do this.
He's going to take you on. He's going to try to take you on. And it reaches into your chest, trying to pluck into your heart. And
Damn,
Uh-oh.
it just hits.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Ouch.
Con save.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
That
Ooh,
definitely
Okay.
helped. Definitely helped.
Any table effects on that one, or
Any what
Not
effect?
for saves.
Yeah, not if you
okay,
save.
fine.
Yeah. And more camel distractions and kitty cat. Meow.
Right, I will swipe away with my pretty little claws. If my character sheet responds, that is.
Oh, nice hit. Nice hit. Now let's see if you can land some damage.
Clark's pretty fucked up, just so everybody knows.
What is?
I'm pretty fucked up.
Cleric. Yeah, that's not good.
I just swipe my claws through it and just see it didn't do much. I'm like, meow.
I have a question.
Yes.
So Varric took damage and it said status heavy, and then all of a sudden his wounds is now down to 4.
Yeah, I was just
Did I
noticing that
change
too.
the wrong hit points? I was just trying to change my hit points.
Oh no! You
Oh,
don't need to change your hit points. Go
You
ahead
don't
and
need
put
to
it
touch
back.
it.
Oh, it already did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it did it already.
What it does is
So I
it
was like,
records
oh,
it
shit.
records it in wounds in the WN.
I
The
see.
damage counts up. When the damage matches how many hit points you have, that's when you're down.
Can I retcon for
shoot.
him a little bit?
Sure.
Just because he might not know the character because it was originally Eric's, but you could have used your Stone's Endurance and halved that.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
okay.
I know the character that well. Yeah. I'm
All
not
right, very
worried
good.
about that. I was initially like, fuck, maybe I should have, but
Yeah, okay. As long as
It
you
took-
knew, I didn't.
yeah. When I thought I had 4 hit points, I was like, oh man, I should have done something. I'm good. Sorry.
So, all right, I'm trying to figure out something though, because did you take another 4 points of damage earlier?
I think I took damage from the last session.
Oh,
and
that's
this is
right.
because I
Yeah.
had no spell slots or anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty burned.
All right.
Yeah, and you don't have 4 hit points. You have 6 right now.
Right. Correct.
So,
Still
Frekish,
in
you're
dire
up.
shape.
Okay, so this is the point where I get to be a thorn in Keith's butt. So I'm going to
Isn't that what
go
friends are for?
exactly. So I'm going to hopefully I've got this guy targeted now, correct?
Let me look.
The guy to my south.
You have both
Yep.
creature
You have
8
them
and
both
creature 14.
targeted. You're gonna
So clear
unclick the one that
targets.
you're not targeting.
Clear targets.
That's one way to do it. Also. There you
Clear
go.
So now I
targets
just have
work.
him.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I do have that guy. So I'm going to hit him with my breath weapon. Ha ha ha.
Dun,
That's up to you,
Ooh,
Keith.
Which
Oh boy.
Which-
Okay, this is interesting.
Like I said, I'm going to be a thorn in Keith's butt right now.
Yep. I should have remembered this was going to come up too. Ah,
That's why I asked you if I could do it.
you
gave
can.
me
I
permission.
can't tell you can't.
You said
All right.
I could.
Let's see.
This is how well I know Keith, is I knew that when I started this character that was one of those things that I have to have him approve it before I took this character because he would veto it if he didn't want it.
Okay, so
Can I fill them in on what's going on while you're trying to figure this out?
I don't know if you want to reveal too much. I actually would kind of let them rather
Okay.
yeah, kind of be like, what the fudge?
It's much better that way. It's more fun.
Yes.
For all of us, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make us ask in character.
Oh shoot. Okay. Where is it in here? I'm looking for it.
Kayla knows where it is.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I can't say. It's not. It's something I'm looking for that him and I discussed, and I can't
Ah.
remember which option we went with, and it's not in his character sheet. So, Albie, you need to whisper it to me either in Discord or Fantasy Grounds or Zoom. You know what I'm looking for?
I'll have to find it myself.
Hold on. I will whisper.
Right
it to you
click
in
on the
Fantasy-
dice tower and you can send a whisper to the GM in Fantasy Grounds.
Or I have another idea too. Here we go. Check Facebook.
The letter.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
All right, got to give me a second then.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I was not intending this to happen so soon.
Hey, it's a great intro. That's why I'm willing to entertain it and let it happen. So, good Lord.
It sounded really bitching at the time. Now, not
Yes,
so
it
much.
does. And once we get it figured out, it'll be a lot easier in the future. But let's see. Okay, so you actually have an option here. Remember?
I do?
Yes. Hold on. I will send it to you in Facebook just to remind you. Back to there and here and da. I'll be right back. I got to do something real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Right up.
I'll actually be ready for a break here soon. I don't know about you guys.
Cool.
Yes, sound good.
I can't change any of my my spell algorithms, can I?
What do you mean?
So under my green flame blade, my damage says a plus. It says 3 fire, but actually at 5th level, it's supposed to be a 1d8 plus 3 fire. And I'm trying to
Okay.
adjust it in the little tab, but under where it says dice, it won't let me adjust that.
Okay. It would help if I could see your screen, so I can see what it is that you're having trouble doing.
Let me. Best I could do it probably is to. Well, let me see.
You might still have screen share on Zoom available if you're using the same machine.
I'm not using the same machine, but I can.
Okay.
Might use a camera on my phone, maybe.
Or screenshot it.
That's what I was thinking, was also taking a picture. But let me see. I could turn my camera on. But I can't see me when I'm showing. Can you get?
I see you.
Yeah, we see you. You
Yeah,
can't
well-
flip it around. It's a pain. Like you'll have to turn your phone all the way around because it's
Oh,
only going
really?
to use the front facing. Yeah.
So I'm in
yeah,
that
I
screen
can't
now.
read that. I can't read that.
Yeah.
All right,
Dang
folks,
it.
this is why I can't do things live, is that unfortunately, if it's not cats, it's work. If it's not work, it's wife. I'm constantly interrupted, but I'm back at the moment.
It happens.
All right, so Albie,
Yeah.
what was your decision?
Let's go with number 2.
Number 2. Yeah, you really want me to just wing it, don't you?
Yeah, it makes more sense based on the situation.
Yeah, I guess so, especially given the. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So the Dragonborn. Okay. I guess this is not going to be that illuminating at the moment, but the dragon opens up his mouth. Dragonborn opens up its mouth and spits out a stream of fire at the incorporeal creature. Go ahead
Lovely.
and
Lovely.
yes, it can breathe fire. Ooh, interestingly enough, everyone else that sees this, which would be all of you, insight check inside the tower, please.
Insight check in the tower.
Mhm.
Oop. Gotta keep sharing, Jim. Thank you, sir.
All right, so let's see. Ms. and Haig noticed something very interesting about this. Which is notably perplexing because you do notice it. So let's see. I'm going to whisper it. All right. And let's see. All right. So I guess it gets to
Interesting.
make a. Oh, it should automatically figure it out. So yeah, just roll standard. Wait a minute. Yeah, just go ahead and hit the dice first, and then hit the damage. I don't think you even need the die because it doesn't require an attack, does it?
Breath weapons usually force a save.
I was gonna say it should be a deck save on the creature's part.
Right. So
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha. So yeah, roll the dice first, then John, next to your breath weapon in your your actions tab. Dan, you should be able to edit it. Let me take a look. Oh, you were supposed to actually do the. All right, Dan, I'll get to you in a second. So, I'll be
Okay.
next to yours. You see the little. You hit the lightning bolt button, right? Albie, you're on mute.
Yeah, you said damage, right?
Yeah, you were supposed to roll the dice first. So
Oh.
hit the die button first because that gives it a chance to save. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so yeah, it would have been automatically unidentified creature 1465. Hmm. Oh, it hasn't been coded. That's why. Okay, so. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, we had discussed it. We just haven't figured out the details yet.
Does it look like that it rolled the save, Alex?
No, it didn't. It does not look like it rolled a save.
Cast is it? No attack.
What did you do with your special ability or weapon you gave him? You were like, you know what? I want fire, but I want it to have the napalm ability, so it does residual damage every round.
Gosh, that would be nice, huh?
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, and actually, let's see. What level are you?
5th.
So it's actually 3d6. But why is it not triggering the save, Alex? Do you know?
I could if I had a screenshot of the section of the character sheet.
You want to share your screen again, John?
Yeah.
She's a lot better at this than I am.
I've been doing it a lot longer, I guess.
And probably playing like 10 times more campaigns than I have.
What do you need to
That's
look
what
at,
I mean.
Alex?
I've been doing it a lot longer. Okay, click the magnifying glass next to the eye. Yep. Okay. That top row, click the magnifying glass. Yep. Okay. So it is a save, so type base. Okay, so where it says type base, that is what kind of save it needs to be throwing. So I think that's a dex save usually for most of the breath weapons.
No, it's actually a con modifier. The DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus your con modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Right, but what kind of saving throw does the target have to make? Dex?
Each creature in the area of exhalation must make a saving throw, the type of which is determined by your draconic ancestry.
Okay.
That's where we're running.
So, okay, so what kind of dragonborn is he?
Chaos.
What kind of?
That's the big secret.
Hold on.
You have to look that up, and that will determine what type of save the target needs to throw.
Check fantasy ground.
Oh, lovely. Give me a moment. My PHP is upstairs.
She says, "Oh, lovely."
Yeah, John, you should be proud. You didn't just confound me; you confounded the expert.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
You're
feel so
breaking
much
things
I didn't
better.
have
already.
to look something up. I know exactly where to look it up.
She
I
knows
just have
what to
look
do,
it
but
up.
she didn't have it on hand.
And of course, yeah. There we go.
Okay, I've got it right. Okay.
Close that.
DC for this saving throw equals 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus. If it's the same as the basic Dragonborn.
Yes.
Creature takes
That is
2d6.
Yeah,
not
but
a
the
PH.
type of save it has to make, we haven't confirmed yet because it
That is
depends on
not
the
a PH. That is not a PHB option. What book is it from?
That's a good question. I pulled it from somewhere else. So I would base it on the fire damage. So consider it would at this point it would come from a red one.
Okay, the red dragon is a dex save.
Okay.
So
What-
type is going to have to say dex, and then if the ability score you use to set the DC is con, then stat needs to say con.
Got it.
Like so.
Yep. Now you
And
can
Dan
you can
in
close that
Discord,
window.
Dan in Discord, I added the how-to for you to add the extra damage to the secondary target for Green Flame Blade.
Now to force the save, you click the little die button. Yep. And your creature succeeds, so it takes half damage. Before you roll your damage, you're going to want to edit that line. So you're going to, the damage line, you're going to open up that magnifying glass, and it says type edit. Where it says edit, you're going to have to change that to the correct element.
Yeah.
No. So in this case, it would be fire. Type of
Oh.
damage that it's.
Yeah. Lowercase.
You might have to change that each time.
Ah,
We'll
That
figure out
is
a way
that
to.
is my burden to bear. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We might be able to find a way to automate that with a table or something, but yeah. So 3d6 fire damage.
Yep. And then you can close out of that, and then you can hit the little lightning bolt damage button.
And I already pulled out the other one, so yeah, that automatically applies.
Yep. And then it takes half of that because it succeeded, and then it takes half of that half because it resisted, because these things have insane resistances. So there we go.
All right. Thank you.
Oops.
So yeah, even though you spit out 14 points of damage and only took 3.
Yeah.
All of that for 3 points. Bloody hell.
Yeah, well, but we know how it works, and yeah, as we said, these things are highly resistant.
Yes.
All right.
So that ends my turn.
I did that.
Fireball.
Just did that wrong. Keith,
What? What happened? Oh, yours?
I accidentally hit something and then tried to undo it, and it didn't undo properly.
Okay, so let's see. This is on number 8, right?
Yep.
All right, that should be correct now.
Okay.
All right.
And I end my turn, correct?
Yes. And then we'll let Haig finish the round, and then we'll take a break.
okay.
Varric needs to finish his second attack after Haig.
Yep.
Correct.
So we'll let him do that, and then we'll go to round 3.
So, all right.
We got
So
one
I'm
of
not
them
going to be
so
able to
far.
do anything super. Right.
And Varric has
So I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to do the. Okay. So let's go here. I'm already targeting there. Okay. So we'll do first attack. Swing. Extra attack. Swing. Bonus attack. Swing. And I'm done until that other sucker moves.
Bam, bam.
There we go.
All right. Before we start round 3, though, Varric, go ahead and do your final attack for round 2.
All right.
Whoops.
Oh, did I not target?
Still hit. Oh, so yeah, drag the 16 onto the target you want.
No, I'm targeted with the guy right in front of me.
Oh yeah, yeah. There you go.
Here while mom's at Wegmans.
I think so. Yeah. Why?
Nice, 6 damage.
Get me to do it, even though like there's another parent home. Me, Kieran, and Aiden are all doing stuff.
Yeah, I'll watch her.
Okay, and with that last hit made by Varric, the thing lets loose some kind of interdimensional sounding echo-like howl or squeal that just shivers up your bones. It completely separates from the hit, but seems to have a very difficult time reassembling itself, like this is its last gasp.
All right.
And we will take a 12-minute break. We'll be back at quarter after the hour and hopefully finish this one off.
Right.
Deal.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, now you're just trolling us.
All right.
That
So,
was me.
Jim, are you back yet? All right. Well, while we're waiting for him to return, I will make 1 point to someone. Okay, Jim's back. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're going to begin round 3 with Varric.
All right. Same old. That's all I got right now. So I'm targeting him. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh
I think he's
yeah.
dying.
You took him down. Yay.
All right. And if he is out of my way, then I will
It can be defeated. What do you know?
move up here next to this guy for my extra attack at the end of the turn. And
Okay.
that is me.
And Fekish, now that you've stepped into range and seeing the hit that you took, yeah, I don't count ones on healing spells.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Oh, hell no. So let's try that again. And so you get back.
Ladder.
So yeah, Fekish casts a heal spell on you and helps you out a little bit.
Nice,
And
nice.
that'll bring up Kaylee.
Who is going to shoot at creature 14. I think I'm going to shift over there so I don't have to shoot through 3 people, because
Probably a good idea. You definitely have a
just because I can shoot through the squares that 3 people are in doesn't mean that I should.
It would be impressive, but yeah, I don't think they need a. What the heck was that going past my earlobe?
Yeah.
If you see the movie Wanted, where you curve the bullet around the object.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
little
was a
little
very fun
Matrix
movie.
action there.
Even got Mythbusters to test it.
But
Did it
unfortunately-
really? I got to see that episode.
But unfortunately, it is not enough to land a hit on it. And its attention has now been diverted to the Goliath that dared to challenge him. And he
Okay.
will make his attack on you. Hopefully he misses.
hmm
And it looks like he did.
Oh my God. Whew.
Ms.
Basically, I will lick the back of our Goliath friend Vi, and as I do so, I will heal him with my special healing technique.
Got to be the other Goliath, though. I'm just going to look at you and go, "What the?"
Yeah, Bark. Yeah, Haig hasn't been hit.
He's an affectionate kitty.
Ah,
Yeah, you're a little bit far away from me, aren't you?
Yeah, do you have to be in touch range for him? Yeah, I guess so.
Oh no, I technically don't need to be in range. I could actually stay where I was. Sorry about that.
Yeah, depending on what you're casting, yeah, you should.
All right, so the kitty cat is now dancing.
I'll do that thing, you know, when like cat is like trying to lick something but can't quite properly reach to that weird licking sensation.
I thought you were doing the Mississippi half step.
Yeah. And then as you do that, you feel some strange effect like you're being licked, but you're not being licked.
Okay.
Wow, that was pretty bad.
Hey, every bit helps, man.
Yeah, the healing spells
Just
aren't being
give
as effective.
yourself 2 temporary hit points as well, by the way.
Ooh, nice. All right. Take
so let's
that.
oh, there they are. Okay.
did you check your inventory for any health potions? Anything?
Mine? I'm
Yeah.
good. I have the parry app, the wound closure, so I'm okay till I go
Okay.
down, and I still have my stone's endurance. I just don't have any of my spells, so I can't use some of my paladin buffs right now. Like,
Which would likely be very helpful, but
very helpful.
sometimes it helps not to over advance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Redreth.
Okay. My spells can easily reach that guy, so I don't need to get closer. I'm happy just where I am.
You're coming through very quiet, Jen.
Am I?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
It's the
good too.
same mic I've been using all session.
I
so-
just wondered maybe if you had moved it away or something.
Okay. So I am going to toss a chromatic orb at this person, and so it's going to. So I spin up the ball between my hands and throw it down at him.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
Hell yeah.
And then that will be lightning damage. For a little bit. Not sure it was worth the spell slot, but you know. And that's all I got.
And once again, you know, it disrupts it a bit, but it's able to reform around the hole that was created pretty quickly. Haig, you are now up.
She is deciding what we're gonna do. Tell him. Tell him. Well, you were just talking. Tell him. What are we gonna do? Okay. All right, so we'll
Now you
move
just
in
gotta,
there.
you gotta teach her how to point and click now.
That's right. So we'll just do the basic 3 swings, right? Just the basic 3? All right. So we got this one.
Dan, is that right? You have 6 kids?
I have 8.
8. I only count
Yeah.
6 in that picture.
I have, oh, that's an old picture. I went to update the photo when we were starting in the beginning, but I think I have to log out to update my photo. So
that's an impressive legacy you got there, man.
I have 6 boys. I had 6 boys. Sherry wanted to keep going until we had a girl. So we had a girl, and we were like, I could get all scientific on how we did it, but skipping that part, we were like telling everybody, no more babies, no more babies. And then this past, or a year ago, oh, no, wait, yeah, a year ago, January, she says, I need to talk to you. And we kind of sat in our living room after she told me, and we're like, okay, we can do this.
This wasn't,
again.
oh, she needs a sister now type talk?
Well, on the way to the first ultrasound, she goes, I don't care about what we have, but it would be really nice because the boys have a sister now. It would be nice for the sister to have a sister. So we lucked out. We had the sister. I got cut. Mom got a C-section. She got cut while she was in the C-section. So seriously, no more babies.
I mean, you didn't want to go for an even 10?
Dan, I can say I think you left your mark.
Yeah, my progeny will live on. So yeah. So 1, 2, and 3.
Those are
Third ones.
not marked as targeted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Look
drag
at
them over,
that.
buddy.
I'm gonna have to. She was targeted. That's weird. Oh no, the one I was targeted on died.
It died,
That's
yeah.
So
Mhm.
let's do that so I don't forget next time, and then we'll do this.
The
Yeah,
only
it doesn't.
hit I'm not sure about is the 13. I don't know if the 13's high enough.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the other 2 are.
And you said, okay, there's the hit.
And then I've got my extra attack if this is the end of the turn order.
Nice. So we'll just do the last one here. So we'll
And then
have
don't
to,
forget to drag the other 2 damages on.
right. So let's see. There's, oh, hold on. There's that. Man, that's a cool.
The drag
That's
and
a
drop
cool
feature,
option.
yeah.
Yeah.
She agrees.
Yes, sir. Are we all done? Okay.
All right. So you did some damage to it. It separated and reformed, and it's obviously not happy with you. But yeah, Varric, go ahead and do your additional attack.
Sorry, I wasn't on the right page. Oh shit, I didn't target him.
And I will add this last week, like babies kind of move when they're tickled, but like this past week, like all her tickle spots came in. So the kids have been destroying her, tickling like right by her, right where her ribs connect to her back and her feet. And she makes this big grunt and is like, yeah, and then starts laughing. It's awesome.
All right. And another 4 points of damage on the form. Once again, separating and then reforming in the area, glancing at you and looking back at your brother, deciding which one of you is the bigger threat. And so we are now up to round 4, and Varric, you get to start.
I'm gonna whack him again. Oh yeah.
Nice.
We'd like the criticals. Let's see. Oh.
Nice.
Mighty blow. Roll damage 2 more times.
2 more times.
Yep. Very nice, very nice. Well, wait a minute. Let's see.
Ouch. That hurt. That hurt.
3 standard critical hits. Yeah, actually, you get to roll the dice 2 more times.
Oh shit.
You get 3 critical hits. So to me, that means you're 3 hits plus 3 doubles. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that hurt.
Nice.
Just go ape shit for a minute.
So does anybody see what exactly happened to make that happen?
There's just one good swing.
Oh yeah,
Just
the
one-
critical
Yeah,
hit-
we had one good
critical
blow.
result this time was 3 standard critical hits.
Nice.
So a very rare critical result, just super damage, mighty blow.
Oh, it was a crit table roll, and
Yep.
he got a
Yeah.
man. That's awesome.
But
So maybe a little
Just
spark
for-
of divine.
for future reference, in order to force it to register the damage as critical damage, you hold down shift when you roll damage off your character
Off the
sheet.
critical. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that if you hold down shift while you roll damage, that forces it to register as critical. If you hold down
Everything
shift
does.
if you hold down shift while making your attack roll, that marks it as an opportunity attack.
Okay. That's good to know.
Sorry,
What was the second modifier?
Yeah,
Control?
what's that?
If you hold down shift while rolling damage, that marks it as that marks the damage as critical, and it rolls for critical
All the
damage.
extra.
Right.
Right.
But what was
Nice.
the other one
If
for
you hold
opportunity?
down if you hold down shift while you make your attack roll, that flags it as an opportunity attack.
Cool.
Yeah,
There are
that's
some abilities and creatures and whatnot that have special reactions to opportunity attacks as opposed to regular attacks, and that just allows you to automate it.
that's good to know. Hell yeah. And yeah, that's my first action, and then I have my extra attack for end of turn.
You did 59 points of damage with that hit.
That's a lot of damage.
That's awesome. Holy shit.
What weapon was that you used? Your flail? Gee.
My flail, yeah, just base flail.
So it pretty much
in
a
it.
name for itself.
Yeah.
It pretty much forgot to phase out when it was getting swung at, I guess.
Yeah, basically. And
Whoops.
it's like the one before it, this one has a very hard time getting itself back together again after that last hit.
All right. That's me.
All right, so Fekish notices his opportunity. And let's see. So he's going to target him. And let's see. He's going to attempt to take him out with his Warhammer. Looks like he hits. And another maximum damage, enough to basically wipe him from the corridor. He just fades this time and does not reappear in a shriek, ethereal howl. And he has disappeared. All right. I got a question for Alex specifically.
Okay.
Game-wise. So, right now in the party sheet under the XP tab in the encounters, there's 3 encounters on here that I forgot to award you guys before Fekish joined.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the easiest way for me to award them to just the 5 of you before adding the award for this encounter?
Take Fekish off the party sheet, award those encounters, put Fekish back on, add the encounter that he was part of, and then award
set it up.
that.
Gotcha. All right. So how do I remove him from the party sheet?
On the main tab of the party sheet, right click on Fekish, and there's a delete option.
Okay, I was on the wrong tab. That's why I couldn't get the delete option. Thank you. All right, so he's out. So now back to over to here. So these are for let's see, the mimic, the bandits. Interesting. Why did that already put the wraiths in here? That's kind of funny.
I have
Where
no
do we
idea.
see like our experience and stuff on our sheet?
If you go to the main tab of your character sheet and click where it says class and level, click on that line, it'll pop up the class and level dialog box, and you can see your XP in there.
Yeah, there's a magnifying glass
Click on the
right.
magnifying glass.
Okay.
You don't need to click the magnifying glass. You can click anywhere on that line. It'll bring up the box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's pretty
oh,
cool.
there we go. I see. I see. Where it says your class, if you click on that line, yeah.
Yeah.
I was clicking where it says class and level.
All right, now how do I add him back into the party sheet?
Drag Fekish's portrait from the upper left-hand corner
Again,
where the
wrong-
portraits live
Again,
onto the
wrong
party
tab.
sheet.
Again, wrong tab.
Yeah, that has to be done on the main tab. It doesn't work otherwise. Actually, it can be done on the order tab too. But yeah, now he's back in, and you can award the encounter we just finished.
There we go. He's back in there, and all right. So that's all balanced out. And so you are now, close that, don't need that. All right, so you are all standing in the corridor. It's a shame that John had to leave right now, because really this would be a perfect opportunity for your first interactions.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait a minute. I got an idea. I've got an idea. So let's see. Hold on.
Ideas can be dangerous.
Take her for a couple minutes.
Well, the
Tell me in a
advantage of
minute.
Zoom is that we can call in. So I'm going to call him and see if maybe while she might be driving. If he's driving, I'm not going to ask her. But if she's driving, I might be able to get him to call into Zoom so we can at least guys do your initial interactions, which I think would be a lot more valuable than me trying to.
Yeah,
I can
that
do it.
would.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So hold on a second. Let me see if I can get him to call in.
You know, before this encounter, I was thinking about switching to my Morning Star too, and I think I might stick with the flail. That that mighty blow might have just sealed that as my main weapon.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I was like, man, I can't use any of my divine smite. Like I burned 2 misty steps to get up on the ledge with Redrith at one point and pull up a rope for you guys. So I burned a bunch of spells just fucking around, and then I was like, well, shit. That sucks.
Yeah, I'm curious as to whether the radiant damage would have damaged them, done full damage.
Right. I think it might have, because it would have then made my weapon attack magic, right? Like,
well, even spell damage wasn't wasn't doing full damage.
Full damage.
So
yeah.
I'm wondering if it was specifically, like radiant is traditionally uber powerful against undead. So, maybe radiant would have done full damage or something. But even the spells were doing half damage.
Yep. Yeah, it's resistant to everything except radiant.
It was it was resistant to everything we threw at it.
Right. Well, no, I saw it when it first popped up, so I pulled up the stat block. I haven't looked at it, but now I'm looking at it and it's like, oh yeah, it's resistant to everything. I think the only thing we could. Yep, that's the only thing we could have hit it for, or
And
non-magical attacks with silver weapons.
I believe your smite damage is radiant.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. Let me get back into stupid ads.
But yeah, it's just plain magic damage wasn't covering it.
Yeah.
It had to be. I keep forgetting that this character doesn't have the magic weapons yet.
Yep.
I'm so
I can
used to
expand one spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. 2d8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Divine Smite, you actually have to expend a spell slot to make it work. That sucks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
limiter.
At level 6, I have enough.
I think in previous editions, it was limited to X per day, but in 5th edition, they made it dependent on spell slots instead.
Yep. It forces me to, if I want to be more reliant on the smite, in a situation like that, my smite would have been really handy. Whereas I was like, oh yeah, I've just got spell slots. I can Misty Step up there to help out, so that's next time I don't know if I'll do that. I think
like
I'd
I
rather
said, I
take
think that flail earned a name.
For sure. What name are you thinking? Because I'll totally put it in there.
I was gonna say that should make it your choice, right?
Oh man.
Well, you'd have to call it right now.
Legend has begun.
Yeah, right. Well, it'd be like when Bilbo looked at Sting, with all the spiders crawling around and Wraithbane or some shit like that. Now I got to try to get it enchanted.
All right. So what are you guys going to do?
So he's a negative, huh? He's driving.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't. He's not answering, so he's probably driving.
Bummer.
Right.
So we'll just do that retcon it when he joins in next time.
Yeah, we can.
I was gonna say we're only 15 minutes short.
Conversation with him, and we got to take. I need to rest. I'm fucked.
The question is, where are you going to rest?
Yeah, in the hallway, like we planned, right?
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can go down and, go
finish the ritual.
The spot like down here at the corner, and that would make the dome kind of fill around the corner so everybody could fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see any reason why not.
And I'm gonna sorry, go ahead.
Or actually, I could do it right here where I'm at, and that would fill both ways down the hallway.
Yeah.
As long as everybody crowds up, because everybody's got to be inside when I cast, or you won't be able to get in.
Okay.
It's okay. We can crowd. I mean, we're kind of used to that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you got a Dragonborn with you now.
Just question.
Yeah, it's gonna be cramped.
Yeah, there's 6 of you in a 10 by 10 area, so not legit in combat.
Head to foot.
10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter.
Hey, nice to meet you, Dragonborn. You want to hop in bed with us?
Yeah. Let's snuggle.
We're kinky.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense while we're just looking around, so I can see any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. Just while he's setting that up, and I've got it for a few seconds.
All right. So, Redrith, are you moving up there?
No, I'll just cast it right where I am right now.
Okay.
That'll give us both ways down the hallway.
Okay. So you said
Uh,
that. And let's see.
Just question for the DM. What is your personal feeling and opinion for healing spirit? Because I know that some DM ban the spell, some DM is okay with the spell, or some DM only prefer you to be able to use the spell in certain instances.
Which spell?
Healing spirit.
Let me take a look
It's
at
a
it.
second level spell in my druid spell list. Have a read of it, see what you think. If you think it's a spell that I'm only allowed to use, if you think it's too overpowered, or I only can use in certain when I'm in certain conditions, then fine. Or if you think I should be allowed to have it at all, then I'll drop it and replace it with a different spell at a later date. I just want to know what your opinion is before I start chucking around in game.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a in combat situation like that would be clutch to have one of those standing around.
The only thing I would say about it is that a individual's not going to be able to step in, step out, step in, step out within the same casting instance.
Sure, right. Like I wouldn't be able to step back and forth because I've got X amount of feet to get
Right.
multiple D6 rolls. You could just do it once per
Right.
turn, I would think.
But
Like
once per
yeah.
instance,
Right.
it can heal one character. So let's see. There's no limit to the number of characters it could fit, given the amount of space. I mean, it's a huge range, actually.
Yeah, it just says a
5
creature.
foot
So if
cube.
a hostile creature moved into it, it doesn't have any specifications. It just says you or a creature.
Yeah, or a creature you
see.
can see.
Moves into the spirit space. So yeah, it could also affect hostiles as well. That's true.
That'd be a nice, you know what I mean? Then then it's a little bit more balanced, I would say.
Well, except unless you're going against undead, it's not going to help them at all.
Yep.
Like so, in that battle, it would have definitely been useful. But yeah, again, however many characters or creatures it affects, it's only going to have that effect once per casting instance.
I think that you could still move it around the field to get everybody.
Yep.
As a bonus action, so that's still.
No, that's okay. I just thought I'd check. I've been in a couple of games in the past where some DM just outright ban it, and some DM they like only let you use it during a certain condition due to how powerful it can be if it used in the right way. So I just wanted to get your opinion before I started.
Well, let me ask you honestly, Ms. Is there another way that people have misused it that I'm not taking into account?
Me personally, I never really used spell. I just been in groups where DMs had either flat out banned it because someone else in the group had either been a druid or someone could use it, but I never played a character myself personally that needed to pick up the spell. But I have been in groups where other people in the group has wanted to use the spell.
No, I think that's an appropriate ability and impact for a second level spell, as long as it can't continually be used to heal a single or multiple individuals. But I see no reason to ban it.
How do you want to use this in an out of combat context? Being it had a concentration of up to 1 minute and normally healing a D6 per round. How would you want that to be used in a out of battle context?
All right, so a minute is
10 rounds.
Huh?
Oh, it does say the spirit can heal a number of times equal to +1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, a minimum of twice. So it does have a limit to how many times it can heal.
What?
So I think that's pretty. Yeah,
Where-
it says the
I'm not
spirit.
seeing.
I don't see that. Where did you see that?
Yeah, right after the spirit can't heal constructs or undead. And right before as a bonus action.
I don't
Hmm.
see that.
I don't see it either.
What
But
book is
hold on.
it from?
That's weird.
That's-
Xanathar's. Yeah, I'm pulling out my copy of Xanathar's. Ranger healing spirit. Yeah.
Oh, unless it got fixed. And
Maybe.
this is what we're reading now. In fact, granted, the fixed version. They do update any fixes with the case make, don't they, Alex? As far as I'm aware of.
I'm comparing the text between both Xanathar's and Rob Tui's 5FX coding. Neither of them mention it. Is it in the book?
No, it
That's-
is in the Xanathar's. It is in the Xanathar's version. It is in the Xanathar's version.
Yep.
I just loaded Xanathar's so I could check it. It is in the Xanathar's version. It's not in the Rob 2E version, which
Wow.
tells me that it was probably errataed and he didn't update to reflect that.
No, it's also not in the
Yeah, it's not in my copy, but it's on the app that I'm using. It says
It's in my
XJD.
copy of Xanathar's.
Really?
When
The
I load up
copy- that's great.
Xanathar's,
by copy. You mean the hard copy?
Yes, the hard
No.
copy. Yes. Mine is.
All right, hold on. Time for a DM ruling here. This is an interesting one. Yeah, you found an interesting topic, Ant. Good job.
Yeah, sorry about this.
No, I'm glad you brought it
No,
up
no,
now.
that's
I will say right now that I don't see any reason to completely ban it. There might be a legitimate reason to limit it or decide which should apply, but hold on a second. Let me take a look at what
Yeah, like I said, I just want to check. 'Cause I know that you
I'm
used to probably a
sharing
little
my
bit old
screen.
school.
I'm sharing my screen. I have the Xanathar's version of Healing Spirit up on my screen.
Yeah, I don't have it in there either. What I'm looking at is the actual print copy, though. So hold on.
I don't know why I would have it and you wouldn't in the Fantasy Grounds Xanathar's.
yeah, that's from the 5e spells app that I use, and I have all the sources downloaded. But yeah, it's weird that the hard copy that the wording stops after the spirit can't heal constructs. As a bonus action, you can turn on your turn, you can move the spirit 30 feet, but the app shows the updated with the limitation.
Hmm.
I mean, if your print copy doesn't have that, it's probably because your print copy was printed before it was errataed.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, this is.
While you guys figure this out, I'm gonna scoot. My father's here.
Okay, you
Okay.
have
Okay.
a wonderful weekend.
Good.
All
Yeah,
right.
Nice catch, guys.
Take it
Have
easy,
a,
bro.
have a good one. We'll have resume up in 2 weeks.
Cool, cool.
I'm glad we at least got through one battle and we got Unity working. So we did make progress. Not the
Heck yeah.
fastest
Yeah,
group,
awesome.
but I think we do enjoy ourselves.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
from November 2017. This is the first print of Xanthar, so chances are it's been updated a few times.
Let's see. The book that the copy I have, the PDF copy I have of the deluxe version does not have the text in there.
Yeah,
Probably because it's pre-errata.
yeah, and even Tasha's could have changed some,
What does D&D
slight
Beyond
change.
have?
And let's see, what page is this? 156. That's now I'm looking at my actual print copy that I have.
And what was
Jim,
the part
you're-
we're looking for? I'll look it up.
Healing Spirit.
Yeah, he is bit.
Druid and Ranger spell.
There's
I have nothing that indicates that limitation.
really, I see.
That's crazy.
If I look in Fantasy Grounds at the Rob 2E coding version, it does not have that wording. But if I look in the Fantasy Grounds Xanathars, it does have it.
What's the wording?
The spirit can
spirit can
heal a
heal-
number of times. Sorry, go ahead.
The spirit can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, minimum of twice. After healing that number of times, the spirit disappears.
Yep, that's in the D&D Beyond one too.
Yeah.
Ah, here, I found it.
There, I
Never
just
mind.
pasted that in the chat.
And it's a bonus action spell. Yeah, I think having that limitation on a bonus action is like, without that, I could see how it would be OP, without a doubt.
Yeah, that one I wanted to check because, like I said, when I last was in a group, I don't think they did the update to fix how broken the spell was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, without that limitation, you can bounce in and out of that.
Right. You could have totally
Every
healed me. Every turn I could have just stepped in, stepped out, went hit, maybe got an opportunity attack, but still, like.
But with that limitation, that makes more sense for a level 2 spell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise it's just way too much.
Yeah.
There's
We
nothing
could
wrong
just
with,
spawn it on buckets.
nothing wrong with Kitty becoming guard tier, is there?
Yeah, that was an interesting spell to bring up, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do see the difference now between my versions of Rob's coding and Xanathar's.
Yeah.
Yeah, given that that is the recent correction to it. All right, so my official statement on this as DM for this campaign is that I agree that the original spell as written is somewhat overpowerful, but does not require banning. I would have modified it the way that I suggested. However, seeing that the more recent version is a corrected version that applies a different kind of limitation, I am comfortable with that limitation being used. So, as is currently stated in the spell description in Xanathar's official release, I'm comfortable with the spell being used in that manner. I think that's more restrictive than my suggestion, but I also agree with Alex that that probably is appropriate for a second level spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go with Xanathar one, no problem. I just thought I'd double check. I forgot they might updated it and fixed it. They do that at times.
Yeah, it does happen on occasion, and then you got to confirm from different sources. But yeah, I like I said, I would prefer to actually see the official errata, though I'm comfortable it's out there. And as I said, I would have probably modified it anyway. But since this is what's being accepted as the way to limit it, I don't see a reason to customize it mine because I don't see any reason why that won't work. But I do agree it's a little limiting. I was just going to say it would only be one, a character can only be healed once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think still saying you can't like when I killed that first spectral creature, if the thing was behind me, I couldn't then use my 30 feet to movement. You know what I mean? To heal more than once on a turn.
Oh, wait a minute. No, hold on. No, actually, carefully. Yep. Beginning of the second paragraph. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space
For the first time. Yep.
Or a turn, or starts its turn there.
So you can only be healed by it once per turn, as written.
Yep. Yeah. That's perfect. Then,
Yeah, I'm not saying once per, I wouldn't be saying once per turn. I'd be saying once per character. But
Period.
if it only has a certain number, then in that case, so if he, let's see, your spell casting ability modifier. So if that is 3, for instance, then you could step in and out of it 3 times and get healed 3 times, and it would disappear.
It's gone. Right. Yep. For sure. Yeah, that works. That's
So,
cool.
But it would take multiple turns to do it.
Correct.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, you could just
you have to,
leave it
does
in the
say that it's
space.
only first time in a turn.
Or start your turn. Yep. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So as written in the modern incarnation, that is a valid spell for use, Ms.
Okay. Just a quick question. I don't know how in Battleground Unity how to get up the extra slot options on the side. You know where you got character, note, image, story, NPC item.
Okay. Click on the options button, which in this theme is a gear, and then click on the sidebar button at the bottom.
Oh, okay, thank you. Awesome. That would have moved it too.
The cool thing is all of those preset buttons you can drag to your hotbar.
Okay.
If you flip, particularly useful for GMs who flip between them frequently.
Is there a button we press for a long rest on the sheet?
No, the DM has to do that. So all of those buttons in the options sidebar window, you can drag those to your hotbar so that you don't have to use the sidebar if you have trouble finding this sidebar with your cursor, but you can, hit keys on your keyboard.
What do you mean by the
That's
sidebar?
cool.
The sidebar, because they got rid of the banners with images, and now it's all tiny little text buttons.
Oh, okay.
Some people have trouble finding those, but they did make it so that when you open up the options and then hit sidebar, all of those buttons in that window are you can drag to your hotbar, which makes them a little easier to open because you can use your keyboard to open them instead of trying to find that tiny little button in the list that you can't quite read.
Gotcha. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording on session 20. Hope everyone had a good time with it. And we will meet back here in 2 weeks.